you had a wonderful week and are enjoying the sunshine outside. It's so beautiful today. I think that we're going to be getting some snow before too long. Now, won't that be fun? Right here at Easter time. This is our Easter service tonight. The adults are having their Easter service and we're having ours. Remember that we always do the resurrection rolls on the Thursday before Easter. Well, that's what we're going to do tonight. The only problem is that you're not going to get to eat them. So we're going to have to wait until after all this is over, and then I'll make them for you again and you'll get to eat them. So tonight we're going to go ahead and get started, but before we start, I want to remind you of the questions at the end of the lesson. Don't forget that there'll be a few questions at the end of the lesson and you can earn points for those. I've already got some of the prizes in and I'm excited that y'all are earning points. The ones that did it last week, some of you watched it and did not answer the questions, and then those that did answer the questions, each one of you did a great job. You got them all correct and you earned 25 points. So most of the prizes are going to be 100 points and up. So if you answer all the questions and if you watch the video, depending on how many questions we have tonight, you could earn another 25 tonight. So just keep that in mind and let me know what your answers are. Let your mom either text me or you can send it on YouTube. Okay, tonight I have some help with the camera, so maybe you can be able to see it a little bit better tonight than you could last week. So tonight we're going to do the resurrection rolls. So let me explain to you once again, as we have done in the past. This is Jesus. It's a marshmallow, but it's Jesus. And this is what we're going to use tonight for Jesus. We're going to call this Jesus. So when Jesus died, they were going to put him in the tomb. Remember that? But before they put him in the tomb, do you remember what they did? First, they covered him with oil, and this is our oil. And for those of you that are going to actually do it at home, this is butter. So we're going to put Jesus in the oil, and then we're going to put spices on Jesus. So we're going to first dip Jesus in the cinnamon spice. Makes it smell really, really good. And that's what the whole point of was dipping Jesus in the, or not really dipping him in the spices, but putting the spices on him. And this is sugar. This is another spice. It may not smell so good, but just the coating on top of it is one of the spices. Now we're going to roll out the tomb, and this is our tomb. And we're going to make sure that everything is sealed up real nice and tight. And I did wash my hands before this, so that's another thing that you'll want to make sure you do before you start this little project if you do it at home. Then we're going to take Jesus and we're going to put him in the tomb. Of course we're going to put him in the tomb. And we're going to cover Jesus up real nice and neatly. And we're going to pinch the edges because we don't want anything to come out of this tomb. And as we pinch all the edges, make sure that all of it is all pinched together real nice and tight. And since we don't really have a lot of time tonight, this would go in the oven and we would cook this in the oven. And because I've already taken care of that, I am going to show you the results of Jesus that we put in the tomb. Once we put Jesus in the tomb, and on the third day, you all know exactly what happened to Jesus on the third day. He was not in the tomb anymore, was he? He rose from the grave and was alive. And this just shows you that Jesus was not in the tomb anymore. After we put Jesus in here, On the third day, Jesus wasn't there. He arose. Now I'm going to have our lesson, and for just a second, it's going to, the camera is probably going to be a little bit fuzzy because I'm going to help put it on the stand so that I can do the lesson for you. Okay, great. So I know that you are so excited. I know that you would love to eat that resurrection roll. But I guess I'll just have to let Lowell eat this one because I'm not supposed to have those sweet things. So tonight, who remembers the Benjamin box? We do this every Easter. We read about Benjamin's box. And I'm going to show you the pictures as I read the book to you. I hope you can see the pictures okay. But Benjamin is a little boy that we're going to talk about. And Benjamin has a very, very special box. So I'm